What's up, everybody? Part 5 of the Big 109 coming your way. Let's jump into it. What's the percentage on you making the final table right now? Like 90, I think. 90%. 93%. You know, I can lose a flip against one of these guys and then be in a normal situation like everyone else and then lose. So, I mean, maybe 90. 90, I think, is fair. We're going to fold the king 8. But we are double average right now and chip leader, so... Thanks, Sebas. Thanks, man. Mike52, of course you shipped the 109 on my year anniversary of subbing. It's not there yet, my friend. We have not shipped it yet, but we're going to try really hard. We're going to try. So $785. I think that puts Poker Market in profit. I think you guys, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure investors in this tournament are in the profit. I did sell 30% of this on Poker Market, you guys. I generally sell around 30% every day, depending on what tournament I'm playing. You guys can find me there, !action in the chat. I put up packages whenever I sell there for a couple percent. You know, people get to buy a sweat of the stream, which is fun. And they're a great sponsor, great site. I think more people need to check them out, so... Just to let you know that exists. Aces against 7-9. Aces win a big one. David Gabi is short. David is short. Ace-King suited. The Ace-King suited dream. Let's go, you guys. We're going to open it up. David is priced in here, I think. Wow, folds. Okay. And a fold. Somehow that got through. I don't know what happened there. Jack 10, okay. We take this down. You're flying first class to Prague. Jack 10, very easy call here for 2 big blinds against David. Full fold. All right, pick it up. Thank you, Boiler 2. Thanks, man. Open of the gun from Big Honey, flat from Granding. And we have a very interesting scenario here. I think this is a really good spot for a squeeze. We're going to make it the same as last time, which is like 40K. 41,000. The thing is, like, Granding shouldn't have that strong of a hand. Big Honey has some pretty strong hands here, but not always. And we can put a ton of pressure on them just given our chip stack. So we're going to squeeze this up to 41,000. We're not getting this in pre-flop if, like, anyone reshoves or anything like that. But it's just, like, we put them in really gross spots. Under the gun plus 1 flats. And, like, we squeeze out of the small blind, you know? The stacks are really good for it, etc. And it goes fold to fold. David is all in here. We have the 5-4. I think we're a little bit too weak to roll with. It's going to be profitable against just David, but we have 2 behind, right? So do we want to isolate? I don't think so. But we're sitting on 489, which is good. Big Honey calls everything, as they should. And 6-3 is just going to be a fold. What happened? I've been all day. I bought 10% of your action today. For tomorrow, cheat, or for today? If you bought it for today, you may be a rich man by the end of this. If you bought it for tomorrow, we're going to win even more money. So good luck. Thank you, in through the window. Just sent out a tweet to my 36 followers. So brace yourself. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. Fold the 6-10. I gotta get some tweets out next break. All right, so we see a shove again, a call from Big Honey. David making a comeback. Did they hold? They do. Nice hand, David. Nice hand, man. Absolute comeback. We're going to fold the king 3. 41 of 86 in the big 162. We're almost red felt hype over there. First place again, 13K. Min cash 321. I just want to final table both of these tournaments at the same time. That'd be sick. Jordan Burrill, thank you so much for the 2 months in a row. Jordan, I appreciate it, my friend. Welcome to Staples Stable. Hearts out, you guys, for Jordan. Thank you. All right, Big Honey. Nice hand. Do 7. Fold. And we see a limp. Interesting. Interesting limp. First one we've seen from Big Honey. Leadsman C. Leadsman C, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Staples Stable. Hearts out, please. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, in through the window. Thanks, Leads. All right, so Gaboy min raises here. We're not going to be folding to this min raise. We're getting too good of a price, but I don't think at the same time 3-betting makes very much sense. We're just going to call, take it to the streets, try and flop some strong hands. You know, 10-10-3 is reasonable. We're going to see a decent amount of checkbacks. I think I want to lead here. Nah, they bluff sometimes. We don't want to stop them from bluffing, but I am tempted to lead because we see a lot of checkbacks like we just did from like relatively strong hands. We can try and get 3 streets from them. But now it's a pretty clear, I think, just bet, turn, and river. They fold, we pick it up. It's fine. Over $500,000 though. Over $500,000 hype. We have a 100K chip lead as well. Pretty good spot to be in. Very easy call against David. Against Sick Pastor, it's a reshove. Against Kamikator, I think it's just a shove. Yeah. We're getting this in. We see an open. And again, there's no reason to 3-bet small. Our hand is not strong enough to induce. It's just going to be a shove for us. So we're all in. Back on Sick Pastor. Dono! Marvel Maniac, thank you for the $1.87. I appreciate it, man. You to pro, Jamie. Keep winning flips and staying alive. I believe in you. Hashtag Staples League. Stap Heart. Stap Hearts in the chat. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Hearts out in chat. All right. Nines. Nines. Folds to us. Pretty easy open. Action on the Big Honey, who's in 3rd place. I think is going to be pretty straightforward against us just because they're in 3rd place. With 300,000, like, you know, everyone else being a short stack is a problem. But they do 3-bet. Now, that speech I just gave about them being, you know, relatively straightforward, I think applies here. We're just going to call. I don't think we want to try and get in 40 big blinds pre-flop here. We're just going to call with our hand that is stronger than average. And we see Queen 8-4 flop. Perfect. I think we call a C-bet and evaluate on the turn. And they do bet 48K. This is going to make it really awkward for Big Honey on the turn. But I think a pretty easy call for us. Queen on the turn. Okay, nice. Nice. They check. Do we want to bet our 9 here? I don't think so. I think they check their aces, kings, jacks, and 10s. So what I do want to do is I want to tank a little bit and represent, like we're thinking about, do we want to bet a queen here or not? And then check back so that I can represent those hands a little bit more, you know, because I would like to get to showdown here. If we see a bet on the river, it's really quite awkward for us. Very awkward. Thank you, J Party. Thanks, buddy. Kevin, Martin, John Party. It's a big brother party in the house, you guys. Big brother party in the chat. Big Honey's thinking. I don't think they're going to turn like hands like Ace King into bluffs here. I think they're just going to check, and we check down pretty easily. And beat Ace Deuce. Which I'm a little bit surprised to see Ace Deuce 3-bet pre. I mean, Big Honey knows what he's doing. There's no question. At the same time, like, it's pretty easy for us to play back. We're down to 12. I think we want to open the 8-4 suited in the cutoff here. And guaranteed $970. We're 3 away. We're 3 away, you guys. More water. And we see just a cold shove for 30. Smart. We fold. Big Honey can definitely take advantage of how wide we're opening, and we just opened 8-4 suited. So if we're opening whatever, like 75% of our hands there, he can just shove for 30 big blinds and auto profit. which he just did, which means we have to tame it back a little bit. All right. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's true. My voice was shaky because I have no water, so I just like belted that one out like I was straight out of junior high, but I went for it anyways. We're gonna flip the 9-6. Why do some resubs make noise but not others? The resubs where people cancel their resub and then restart it make noise. The resubs where people don't cancel and just leave it running don't make a noise. It's just like my system. I have to fix my system on that. I need to use a different service to make it make noise. All right, heads up out here. Big Honey against Sick Pastor. That was mess strong. It's all right. Man, we're almost at 5,000, you guys. Almost at 5,000. I don't think we can beat our record of like 13,500. I don't think we can. If we win the tournament, I don't think it's a thing. But we'll always try, you know. Of course, we'll try. Bet at 32K. Let's go, Nitty. Let's go, my friend. $618,000. Second place has 400. Here's our chip graph. Let's watch this hand, I guess. First of 12. Final table, all gets paid 4 figures. Thanks, Marvel Maniac, again. All right, blinds going up 4K, 8K. Let's continue. 6-4. All right. Well, not the best hand. Let's take a look at this chip graph while we can. That went well. Right around here. Started going pretty well. The Big Honey opens. Not going to defend the 6-4. A little bit too weak. Ace-6 suited, though. It's a strong hand. And we're going to shove against Cam with the ace blind versus blind. Them having 14 big blinds. Pretty easy spot. We would have called a shove here. Would have called a shove here as well. And they fold. 622. Brookster, what's up, my friend? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, there's a lot of people sitting 200 and under right now. And we see shove here. Fold. We are still first of 12. Let's take a look at all the info we got here, okay? 16,600 for first place, 12,000, 8,900, 6,600, 4,600, 3,700, 2,800, 1,800, 1,100, and currently what we're guaranteed at 970.20. And we are in first place right now. You can see a lot of the chip stacks. A lot of people here, so there's some shorties. There's a lot of people bunched up here. A lot of people between 100 and like 260. And then there's sort of us up here. So we're in a really good spot. Put pressure on, but careful pressure. Our opponents are very good. And keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, you guys. Back in action, 9-7 suited. Okay, a hand worth raising. I think, anyways. Does fold to us, so we're going to click it open. Jaboti Power with the 2 months in a row. Thank you, Jaboti. I appreciate it, man. Welcome back to the team. Welcome back to Staples Stable. Action on Kamikator. Who is tanking. And folds after the tank. Honey folds. Gaboy calls. Okay. Jack 6-3. 2 clubs. Are we going to bet? I think so. I'm going to go for like a one and done strategy here. So I could bet like 17,000 and then barrel on a lot of turns. I think I'm just going to bet a chunky size now and try and get them to play like fairly face up. They snap call. Okay. Jack on the turn. We'll check here. And we'll fold. Eights. All right. Eights is good. I like eights. Fold. All right. We will raise. Fold around, and we pick it up. No action. A little bit surprised, obviously. Ace, queen suited. We go again. Folds around to David. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see an all-in from either of these opponents, of which we will definitely call with our ace, queen suited. But we see a fold. All right. Give it to us again. Nah, not today. Not this time, the 10-4. We will call this 2.5 big blinds. But I don't think we can defend against Big Honey here. Just going to fold. Just going to fold. And we're 7 away from the money in the big 162. We're close on that. Reshove against David. Against Sick Passer, I don't think we're going to reshove. I don't think they're shoving enough hands on the button here to get in the ace deuce. It's close, but I think it's going to be a fold. Also, we don't really mind if this bubble situation continues. Ace-4 against 9s. All right, 9s are going to knock out Sick Passer unless it's a 3, which it is not. Ace and 9s. Saved us some money as well. Obviously, we would have shoved their blind versus blind. And we're down to 11. We're 2 away from the final table. All in here, we got a fold. Conk. I don't know what that is into the window, but okay, I'm in. Sounds good. That's not what I'm drinking. I'm drinking this. All right. Shoving a call, ace-jack against jack-8. That's a pretty good flop for the jack-8. Needs a club, though. No moss. Ace-jack going to David. Stays alive. Will not leave this tournament. King deuce suited. I like opening again in the cutoff. Kind of dinner you going to take us out for, Jaime, from Don Quixote? I don't know, a nice restaurant in the PCA. I've never been before, so something nice. And it gets through. Let's go the clubs. We could, man. This could be the 3rd win. Not going to open the 4-9. We have a shot. We are first of 11. A pretty big chip stack. We're going to continue to put the pressure on if possible. All right, jack-3, suited. We call David. His 4 big blinds. We will pay it off, but they limp. Interesting. They ever limp folding? David? I think we should try. They may limp fold here. That'd be amazing. We got to try. We're going to be priced in on like most flops, so we're going to do it with the jack-3 suited. Victory! We did it! We scooped that 8K, plus the antes just scooped it up. Nice. Shove, we fold. Although we don't mind this bubble going on forever. We really don't. That would be kind of cool, actually. A6 against 5. Deuce. Deuce hits a pair. David, unless they can get there, which they can't, we are down to 10. We are hand for hand, you guys. We're going to get another player after this hand. King 7 is going to be an open. And what hand for hand means is that we have to wait for everyone on the other table to finish playing before we play the next hand. Dono, the clubs with the $2. 2 hearts, the clubs. Please don't make it rain like 20 times in a row. We can't handle it, man. We can't handle it. 2 hearts, though. Walnuts moves in, who we played with a decent amount. We're going to raise this up. 16-8 sounds good to me. Can you hurry up and win? I need to go work out, and the Oilers are playing. All right, cool, Straw. I'll do my best. I'll try. Good 3-bet by Big Honey. I think a pretty easy spot to call. The clubs, 2 hearts. Man, I can't. There's just too much. There's too much distraction. I can't do it. I might have to turn that off, but I do appreciate it. I'll read them all out periodically. We're going to call here. Getting a pretty good price. And flop a set. Jokes. No set. No set for us against Big Honey. That's 41K. We'll fold. Thanks so much for watching part 5 of the Big 109. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll be back for part 6 later.